Christmas, baby Jesus, and King Jesus. But Honza was born when he was, meaning there was absolutely nothing Christmassy in their apartment on Gottwald Street on December 24. Meanwhile, on October Revolution Square, the state-owned shops flashed decorations, and the crowds were invited to experience the peace and happiness of the holiday season. In front of the plague column, two men frozen to the bone fished out the remaining carp from large tubs. They sold and sliced them to the rhythm of the chirpy carol, "Christmas, Christmas is a-coming." But this year, their living room looked the same way it always did on every day of the year, clean but austere. Honza was nevertheless excited. Czechoslovakian television broadcasted its best programs at Christmas time, particularly fairy tales. The screen began to fill with the opening credits, and the room resonated with the tones of the symphony orchestra. Honza flopped into the chair next to his mother. His eyes were glued to the television set. His mother's needles were clinking at a regular pace as the lines of a future sweater began to take shape. Now he could hear more clinking sounds coming from the lock of their front door. Holding his key in his right hand, his father kneaded 3 times before he eased it into the lock and opened the door. He was panting as he made his way inside the hallway with his left arm holding something. He gave them a cheerful, "Hi." Wife and son returned his greeting with their own, "Hi," and went back with their eyes glued to the screen. Jirka looked at them for a moment. To hell with it. Christmas was only once a year. With a jerk to overcome the friction of the carpet, he burst into the living room with it. The eyes of both viewers instinctively turned to the noise. There was something big and dark standing next to Jirka. He gave it a sort of shake at the top, but it caused a bunch of needles to fall onto the carpet.
"It's Christmas. I got a tree for Honza."
Honza stared at the spruce with his mouth open, and then it hit Marie, the shock of the unheard-of violation of one of the fundamental rules of their family life. A tree, a Christmas tree. He knew from the moment he met Marie and the doctrine of the J Witnesses that they didn't celebrate Christmas and considered it to be a holiday full of pagan symbols. Even before their wedding, Marie resolutely criticized Christmas customs and pointedly declined to visit Jirka's parents during Christmas time. But for all of it, Christmas was still not celebrated in their family.
"What do you think you're doing?"
Marie hissed.
"It's Christmas, so I bought a tree. Franta's kids love it."
Marie couldn't care less.
"Get that thing out of here! There will be no tree in this house!"
She rose from her chair and angrily grabbed Honza by the hand. In an instant, she turned and fled with Honza to the bedroom and even locked it. Jirka was in front of the door in an instant. He began banging on it and shouting angrily,
"Open up this door!"
Marie was almost in tears, but firmly replied,
"Not while that tree is here."
"Open up, I say. Come on!"
Marie stood her ground. Honza was holding on to her at the elbows and crying.
Can you hear him, Jirka? Can you hear how your son is crying? Drop it! You're scaring him!
You drop it. He's crying because you're ruining everything. He's crying because he wants to have Christmas, a tree and presents. "That tree is staying here,"
he informed her again,
"and we are going to celebrate Christmas, whether you like it or not. I'm going to go decorate it now."
As Jirka reached up to hang the 9th ornament on the tree, he heard the click of the lock. Marie walked into the living room holding the hand of their son. Her red eyes were ablaze with determination. Jirka rose up from his squatting position to block their path.
"Where are you going?"
Marie looked deeply into his eyes and told him unflinchingly,
"We're leaving. If you want to have Christmas and a tree here, then do it by yourself."
Jirka said nothing. Pale with anger and the feeling of being unable to change anything led Jirka to grab the tree and furiously drag it to the bedroom.
There he opened the window leading to the courtyard below, and complete with stand and Christmas bulbs, heaved the tree through it. It landed on the snow-covered pavement below.